Hey everybody, welcome back to another day of our Summer Reading Club programming. What are we making today? Well, we're going to be making some good old-fashioned donuts. Unfortunately not the ones you can eat, but they look really pretty to look at. All these food crafts today, oh my goodness, it's making me hungry. Alright, so what do you need for today's craft? Well, you will need a good old-fashioned lunch bag, just the paper ones here. Doesn't have to be brown, but yeah, super common. You can find them any craft store, any grocery store. No problem there, or usually around the house. You're going to need writing utensil, pen, Sharpie, pencil, anything will work, some scissors, and some wonderful construction paper here in whatever colors you love best. And for me, yellow is technically my favorite color, but I figured I'd try my hand with orange, purple, and blue today. I'm trying to think, do we need anything else? I think that's okay for right now. So, what do you need to do to get started with your donuts here? Well, what we're going to do is to grab our paper bag, and you're just going to open it as if you're putting your lunch in there, just like so. And if you see here, there is a middle line that goes all the way down, and it goes all the way across the bag. We are going to want to use that line as our guide when we are cutting it. So, there we go. Just follow that middle line. And it's okay. It doesn't have to be super straight. I take my time when it comes to cutting. I'm a really slow cutter. There we go. And watch your fingers, of course. And we go down the middle here. There we go. And still following that line on the other side. Oof, my cutting is rough today. All right. There we go. Just like that, we're all the way through. And you should have two halves of your paper bag that look like so. Now, you're going to want to grab both halves, and if you see here at the top, or bottom, depending on which way you have it, you're going to want to open up these folds. So just be nice and careful with them. If they rip, that's okay. But we want our paper nice and flat here. There we go. So I got the one side all unfolded, and I'll do the exact same with the other. There we go. Just like that, as we see here. Now, we're going to want to do the exact same thing with our other side. Let's just undo the folds. Go. First fold, and just doing the last one here. And again, if it rips, that's okay, no problem at all. We'll be rolling it up anyways, and it'll look just like so, as we have with our other one. Now, what we're going to want to do with one of our halves, only one, is we are going to want to fold it up as if we're rolling dough, and just roll. And we're going to want to roll all the way up until we get about here. And we're going to want to leave this unfolded. So I'll show you what I mean. Roll. As tight or as loose as you like. It doesn't matter too much. There we go. Just like so. Should look just like this. And the reason why we leave this just unrolled is we're going to grab our glue and we're going to glue the top of it right there so it stays nice and snug, nice and rolled together. Just like that. And voila. It doesn't have to be too pretty, just a little bit rolled here. Now, we're going to grab our other side. And the important thing to do with this one is exact same thing as the other. We're going to put this guy right here. We're going to roll it up, and again, just until we get to the top here, or bottom, whichever way you're looking at it, and then we're going to be gluing that as well. So, allow me here. I am going to put the glue there right now, just so it's ready for when we're rolling. If you see, added glue, and put this down, roll. go. Roll, 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 roll. And you see at the top here, I haven't quite gone over this glued part. Now, this is the important part. What we do now is we're gonna add a little bit of glue on this end. Why? Because we are going to be actually making the circular shape of our donut. So if you see here, it doesn't have to be too much glue, just enough so that it sticks together. Voila. So I have glue up here and I have glue right here. Now you're going to want to bring these ends together to make our circular shape here. Just like that. And you see, it doesn't look too circular yet. That is totally okay. So we have it here. Hopefully that fold will stay. And all our excess paper here, we are just going to fold that in. Fold, fold, fold that in. Just like so. And if you see, we should have a relatively circular shape for our donut. It doesn't have to be perfectly round, that's all right. So long as it looks somewhat similar to this, you're on track. Now, that we have our, I guess, batter of the donut, if you will, batter. I know it's not edible, I'm so sorry. We can start adding whatever colors, designs, and I guess, yeah, just glazing, sprinkles, stuff like that, whatever you're feeling. So, just like so, I used yellow with a little bit of glitter glue. On this one, I had originally a red glaze, but I thought, you know what? I had puffy paint from our last craft, so I added a little bit of that on top as a glaze and some sprinkles. But for today, I'm gonna try some blue here. So in order to get a relatively circular shape, the same size as your actual donut here, you're gonna wanna grab your round piece that we folded up earlier, and we're gonna put that down on our paper and trace it out. Now, as you notice, it will not be a perfectly circular circle. That's okay. And perfectly fine. As you can see here, ooh, mine looks nothing close to a circle. That's all right. Just try and trace as much as you can around it so it looks a little bit rounder. There we go. And this is mine. It looks a little bit rounder now. I am going to cut that out with my scissors. And so long as I traced it correctly, it should fit onto my donut. There we go. And again, watch your digits, watch your fingers. Just like so, moment of truth. And just like that, it does fit onto our donut. So, how do we get the hole in the center? Because it can't be a donut or donut hole without the hole in the center. Well, what you do is just grab your oval, circle, however round or not round it looks, and you fold it in half. Just like so. Now, approximately the center, don't have to measure anything, grab your pencil and just draw a little half circle. I'll show you what I mean here. Just like so. See, I've got my half circle. Now, I'm going to grab my scissors and cut it out. And I will show you how that's a really, really easy way to make a circle within our design here. There we go. Just like that. As you can see, the two half circles make one generally circle-like looking thing, and we can pop that onto our donut here. And I'm just going to use some regular glue stick. There we are. And going to glue that right on top of the actual dough. And it should look like this when it's finished. And it's okay if it's over the sides. You can trim that if you'd like. For mine, I love icing, glazing, anything like that, so it went over a little bit. But this is the start of our donut, and the best part of this craft, you can do whatever you'd like, add to it, take away from it. If you're just happy with the single glaze, then perfect, you've got your first donut. Or if you'd like to add a little bit of extra touches like I do, feel free. So, first and foremost, puffy paint, love it, super, super easy to use, super easy to make. How do you make it? Go check out our craft on puffy paint where we made ice cream, also today, also on our YouTube. And I'm just gonna add a little bit of it on top here because it makes for, as you can see with the example, a really, really cool glaze. I'm just gonna go a little bit, not too much. It's always hard with the puffy paint. There we go. Just like so. There we go. It's starting to come together. Looks like it has a glaze. Now comes the really, really fun part. What designs do you add on it? So as you can see with donuts, all sorts, they come in all different shapes, sizes, have all sorts of different designs on them, different flavors. So it's really up to you and your imagination how far you want to take it. Love, love glitter. As you can see from my other one, I added some glitter glue. You can add just some regular glue and do the same thing, where it kind of looks like a little bit of frosting or glazing on the top. Or what I'm actually gonna do is grab my construction paper here. I think orange would work really, really well for sprinkles. And this is the really, really fun part. So we have a couple of different ways that we can make sprinkles. If you want circular ones, then all you gotta do is grab a hole puncher from home, if you have one. If not, then it's a little bit more difficult. You just have to make little circular ones here. As you can see, you hole punch, and I'm trying to see if it'll stay on my finger. There, ooh, I'm throwing it around everywhere. There we go. Just a sprinkle like so. And I'll make a couple that we can put on our donut. Getting my workout today. Oh my goodness. All right. There we go. And it doesn't have to be too many sprinkles. I see a couple of donuts that have sprinkles only on the one side, and I think that's what I'm feeling for this one today. So we have 5 sprinkles that we're just gonna put on one side, lightly drop them wherever you'd like on your donut. We'll go right here, and one more right here, just like that. So I've got some sprinkles on my donut now. And if you'd like another method on how to make sprinkles, well, all you gotta do is still grabbing your construction paper, cut out a really teeny tiny, I guess, slice of paper here. There we go. Just like so. As you can see, it's paper thin, no pun intended. And we are just going to grab our scissors here. Be very, very careful of your fingers, please, when we're cutting. And you see, we just cut little by little. And it makes these also not round, but more rectangular sprinkles. Just like so. So really completely up to you, whatever designs you'd like to do. But that is everything for today. I hope you all enjoyed making donuts. I know I sure did, and holy moly, it's making me hungry for real donuts. But have an amazing, amazing day, rest of your week, friends, and hope to see you all soon. Bye, everyone.